Hello guys, welcome back to SaasZilla Deals. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get the best lifetime deals on SaaS software. I'm back with another review and today I'm going to review AgencyHandy. So AgencyHandy is a project management platform, or more specifically we can call it a client portal software. Using this tool you can manage your clients, you can add team members, you can create invoices. There are so many features. Let me show you all of the key features of AgencyHandy. So here are all of the key features, and the great news is AgencyHandy is currently available on RocketHub as a lifetime deal. So let me show you all of the plans. First of all, here are all of the features: task management, invoice, notes, clients and internal team conversations, client approvals, and here are some of the tiers that you can buy from RocketHub. So the tier 1 costs $79. Here you can add 3 users, you can have unlimited clients, unlimited orders, you can add custom domain, you can create one workspace, and the storage that you get is 1 terabyte. There is also tier 2 and the tier 3, which is the highest one. It costs $299 with unlimited users, clients, orders. You can add custom domain. There are 10 workspaces and the storage amount is 20 terabyte. So if you want to buy AgencyHandy on a lifetime deal from RocketHub, make sure you check the link in the description below. Now before I get to the dashboard, let me show you the roadmap of AgencyHandy. So here's the roadmap. Here are all of the in progress features. There are also all the next features. And these are the features that are planned for later. There are also some completed features. So here are those. After you log into AgencyHandy, you are going to get this dashboard. And from here, you can see some stats such as the revenue that you generated, also the amount of clients you have, the amount of orders, revenue overview, recent open tickets, and also all of your recent orders. Now on the left side, there are all of the key features of AgencyHandy, and on top you can see the name of the workspace. So for me it is 𝗗𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀. So now let's go to this first feature, which is this service. So you can create service, you can sell that service. In order to create that, just click on this. Now you have to provide the service name. For example, I want to offer blog writing as a service. So here is the name, and then you have to provide a description. You can also upload a cover image for the service, and then you have to set what type of pricing you want. It could be one time or recurring. So let's just select one time, and then I have to provide the price, and you can also change the currency. So let me set it to US dollar. And for example, for this blog writing service, I want to charge $10. And then you can also select the duration. So it could be day, week or month, and you can select the amount from this duration box. And if you want to publish your service right away, you have to make sure that this box is checked. And then you have to create your service. But keep in mind, in order to properly offer your service, you have to set up your payment method, which means you have to connect your Stripe account. Then you can create your service. So now you can create an intake form. So when one of the clients wants to take your service, and in order to give you service, you need certain information from your client. For example, it could be their name, their email. So if you want to collect those, you can create an intake form. So let's create one. So from this, first you have to select the service, and then you have to add the form components. So you can add paragraph. So as you can see, I have added a paragraph. For example, I want to use it as the client name. So the field name is going to be name, and then the placeholder text is going to be enter name. And you can also make this field required if you want. You can also duplicate this. So just like this paragraph field, you can also add multiple choice field to your form: selection, date, formatted text, or short answer. So I just want to collect the name. I'm not going to add any more form components. Now let's click on next. Now I have to provide the form name, and then I have to select when I want to show this form to the client, to the person that wants to avail my service. So it could be pre-purchase, which means the person that wants to take my service, he has to provide the name or other information on the form before purchasing my service. Or it could be also post-purchase, which means after purchasing my service, that person will have to fill up the form. So I'm just going to select pre-purchase and click on save. So as you can see, now we have got our service. It is called blog writing. Here is the description, and on the right side I can see the details about price, the price amount, quantity, and also the duration. I can also edit it or share the URL, but I cannot share the URL right now because I have not connected the Stripe account. So this is how services are going to work. If I go back to the service section, as you can see, here is one service. I can also create another if I want. And you can also add your clients to AgencyHandy. For that, you have to go to these clients. Now click on add client. So let's provide all of these details. And now let's click on create. So as you can see, this client has been added, and you can also import your client. So if you have a CSV file that contains all of your clients, you can also upload that, and make sure you follow this format in order to properly import your clients. So this way you can bulk import a lot of clients at once. And after adding a client, I can also open the client. I can see the client profile. I can see all of his recent order, recent tickets, as well as the invoices. Now let's go to these orders. So I can also create orders. Just click on add order. First, I have to select the client. For example, this order is for this John Robert, this client, the client that I just added. And then I have to select the service. So let's select this blog writing. And then I can also add project manager. Since I have not added any, so there is no one. And then I have to fill some order details. So I can add some attachments regarding the order. I can add notes. I can also add the date, the end date, quantity, budget, and the currency. So now let's click on next. And if you remember, for the blog writing service, I created an intake form, and the form was supposed to appear pre-purchase, which means before the purchase. So that's why the form is now appearing. As you can see, this is the intake form, and I added only one component, that was the name. So here's the field name and the placeholder text. So now I have to provide the name for this order, and then I have to click on create. So now if I go back to orders, as you can see, one order with this client has been added. Now I can also open this order. And if I open an order, I can also add tasks to that order. So let's add a task. For example, for this blog service, I want to first write an outline. So that is going to be the first task. I can also provide description. I can assign it to someone. I can add attachment, the date, label, status, and I can also check this box, need client review, then click on create. So as you can see, this task has been added, and if I click on this task, I can see some details such as the description, attachment, the team activities. So I can also add comment here, and the client can also add his comment. I can attach files. I can see the progress on the progress bar, also some properties. And obviously, since this is a Kanban board, I can move this task wherever I want. So it could be on pending or on review. And other than the Kanban view, there's also this list view. So here you can see all of your tasks in the list view. And I can also see the order details from here. I can also see the intake information. And then we have this form section. So there are two types of form. One is this intake form that I already showed you. There's also another form incoming. It is going to be order form. So for the intake form, I have already added a form. I can also create another from here. So I have to select the service, and then I have to add form components. Then we have this proposals. So this is the send proposal section. I can see all of the proposals that I sent, and this is the receipt section. So all of the proposals that are sent to me, I can see them on here. So let's create a proposal. Click on add proposal. Now I have to select the client, service, and then I can also add a project manager. I have to provide the order brief, the order details, and then I can add attachment files. I can also provide some other details such as the quantity, the budget, the currency. I can select the currency, the duration, click on create. So now the proposal has been sent to this person, to this client. And now if I open the account of this client, let me show you how am I going to get the proposal. Now I am on the client's account, the John Robert account. So now if I open this notification bar, as you can see, here is the proposal that I have got. I can also see the proposal on this received section. So here is the proposal. Now if I open this, on the right side, I can reject or accept this proposal. So this is how the proposals are going to work. You can also create tickets. So for example, there is something wrong with the order. Now you want to create a ticket. You can also do that. Just click on add ticket. Once again, you have to select the client, the order ID, the subject. You can also select the assignee, description, and other details. Then click on create. As you can see, the ticket has been created. Now I can also open this, and the client can comment on this ticket, and also the team members or I myself can comment on this ticket. And on the right side, you can also add attachments. And then we have this team section. So here you can add team members. Just click on create team. Now you have to provide the person that you want to add as your team member. And you also have to select his role. So it could be assignee, admin, super admin, or project manager. You can also add multiple team members at once by adding multiple fields. And then we have this invoice section. So let's add an invoice. So once again, I have to select the client, the order ID, and the bill payment address details. So country, state, city, zip code, and all of the order details. And I can also add notes. Then I can create this invoice. There is also an integration, which is Stripe. So you have to connect your Stripe account from here. And then there is this file storage. So according to your services, you will get separate file storage. For my blog writing service, I have got this storage. So let's open this. Now I can see all of the files that are added using the attachment features on this section. And from these settings, you can add your custom domain. You can also add your logo and color in order to match your branding. Overall, I think AgencyHandy is an excellent tool. It lets you add your clients. You can create orders. You can send proposals, take payments. You can manage various tasks on a particular order. So overall, I think this is an excellent client portal software. And if you want to buy it as a lifetime deal from RocketHub, make sure you check the link in the description below. With this tool, you are going to get all of these features. And these are some of the tiers that you can buy from RocketHub.